All right. Hey, how is everybody doing out there? This is Heath Ward. And this is Frontier Survival once again live streaming inside my home on a Sunday. Got some things we'd like to talk about today or tonight, this evening. Looks like we got a couple people in here. If you're in here, drop me a hello. Tell me how you're doing. How has your day been, your week? Uh, any new projects going on when it comes to bushcraft or survival or camping or just everyday outdoor life? Got the Survival LT. How you doing there, buddy? Glad you dropped by. Well, I told everybody the party is about to start, and he said he is going. That's so funny. I tell you what, I believe Survival LT is one of my true supporters. I know he subs to my channel as I do his, and as I got quite a few different supporters out there that help me out, and I'm just glad to be able to do this once again. Good to hear it, Survival LT. Doing good. I'm glad to hear it. I really am. I'm doing good as well. Had a little bout of what's called cellulitis over the weekend, the past couple of days, but it's healing up pretty good. For y'all who don't know what that is, it's just an infection gets in the bloodstream, and if it's not caught, quickly, then it can lead to more worse things. And luckily, I was able to catch it, got some antibiotics in my system, and want to continue to take those until they're gone, and things will be looking up. But I had to miss work a couple of days. I hated that, but I had to get better. So right now we got 3 people in the house, and I got one person commenting. I don't know where exactly everybody else is at, but if you'd like to, just drop me a hello or a howdy or tell me how you're doing. We got, like I said, a few things to talk about. Things with the channel is going well, and hopefully, we will be able to talk a few things about what's going on with the channel. And, well, it looks like I already got 3 thumbs up and 2 or 3 people in the house. Not a whole lot of engagement. Not many people saying anything. I've had this scheduled this Sunday ever since Wednesday night or Thursday morning or something like that. I can't remember. So, people's had enough time to see that it's going to happen. Of course, I'm new to this live streaming thing. I'll get the hang of it, I'm sure, as, things go on. Of course, I'm streaming here on the YouTube platform. A lot of people use StreamYard, and my old buddy there, G.O. Bushcraft, Greg O'Day there in Pennsylvania, he had a live stream last night using StreamYard, and things went pretty well. Pretty good with it towards the end. He had his showcase channel come on live with him, and the Adventures of Frank and Tina, which I think they're going live right at the moment too. So, I was talking to Frank last night, and he said he'll be going live at the same time. So he couldn't really view mine, or as I was live, and I can't really view his as he is live. But hopefully we can view each other's, after the fact. But Greg's live stream went well. He showcased Frank and Tina pretty good, and Frank got on there with him, and then he asked if anybody else wanted to come on. So I joined the thing, and then something happened with Greg's bandwidth, and it dropped him plumb off the video feed, and then it was just me and Frank. So we sat there and chatted for a little while on Greg's live stream. But for all things as it was, everything went pretty well, I thought. Oh, you're very welcome, Survival LT. I'll shout you out anytime. Got 4 likes and 2 people in here. Who else is in here? Holler at me. Tell me tell me how things are going with you this week, or what have you done this week? Me, I just, had a good work week towards the end. It wasn't too good, but, like I said, I'm healing up pretty good now. I'm glad that's going strong. And other than that, from Monday to Thursday, each day was a good, productive day. And, we had good sales and good business. And, I'm glad of that. For y'all that don't know, I work at a local hardware store and lumber supply company, building supply, and it's called Frederick and May True Value Hardware and Lumber. And, I'm grateful that I'm able to work there and grateful that, I'm able to have a job during this time of pandemic. A lot of people don't have that luxury. A lot of people are out there drawing unemployment or whatever and can't work. And probably some people don't want to work because of the pandemic, afraid they might get sick or whatnot. But, you got to have drive to survive is what I always say. So, I got the drive and I'm surviving. So come on, everybody. I know there's somebody out there. Well, this is trial and error stuff. And, eventually we'll have all kinds of people drop by for these live streams, I'm sure. But I might be competing with a few people out there in the outdoor niche. There's Bushcraft. Yep. He said he would, and he looked like he changed up his title of his channel a little bit. Bushcraft and Outdoors. How you doing, Greg? Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you was able to make it. Before you came into the stream, we talked a little bit about your live stream. Thought about talking about how well it went. Until I kind of got on there and scared your bandwidth away. I guess I don't know exactly what happened there, but I thought it went pretty good. I mean, I watched it most of throughout, and and I was able to get on there with you and talk with Frank of Adventures of Frank and Tina, and everything was pretty good. Just trying to get some engagement here. I got a few people on the live stream, looks like about 4 or so, and not many people are doing much with the chat. Must be a couple trolls out there. I'm not sure. Getting a lot of buffering. Well, I don't know. It could be on my end. Hopefully it's not. But if you need to upload that video, feel free to. It's no big deal. You can cut this off and upload that video if you have to. I mean, whatever you'd like to do there. I sure appreciate you stopping by, though. I sure really do. But After 5 Outdoors, hello, how you doing? Glad you stopped by. I really am. I think you're new to my live streams. I'm not sure if I've seen you stop by here in my live streams, which I've only done it a couple times, this being the second one. I think I've seen you on maybe on Greg's live stream last night, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check you out and give you a sub, I believe. That's what I always like to do is support other channels, and I appreciate the support from everybody that gives it to me, and I want to do the same. I got 353 subscribers. I got a couple more overnight. I was at 350. So I'm climbing slowly, but climbing, and just figured I'd try this live streaming out. I haven't done it that much, but things will look up as the more I do them, I'm sure. We've gone for almost 10 minutes now. That's a good uploaded video right there. So we'll see how long we can go here, if we can get any engagement going on. Yes, sir. Yep, I'm new here. only support me if you like what you see. Hey, I'll definitely check you out, and if you got anything to do with the outdoors, I'm sure I'll like what I see. No problem there. Um, I will. Feel free to view any of my content and support me if you will. Like this video if you will. It's all appreciated. It sure is. Hence the name After Five Outdoors. I understand that. Yep, that's great. I really appreciate anybody who does any type of content that has to do with the outdoors. I'm more on wilderness survival and bushcraft. I'll do some stuff on hunting or fishing or something like that. Eventually, I'm sure, but because I love to fish and hunt, but I'm more intrigued about more of passive hunting and passive fishing. Really, just setting lines and setting traps and stuff like that. Even primitive traps like deadfalls and stuff like that. Haven't really done any videos on that stuff, but I'm trying to save stuff, and things will continue to grow as we go. No problem with that happening. LT says people subscribe and unsubscribe me, and I had 91 subscribers. Now I'm back down to 90. And Survival LT, that's happened to me. I hit 350, which is a milestone, somewhere around the middle of this week. And then the next day I looked and I was down to 348. And then somehow, like 2 days after that, I was back up to 350. And then overnight, this morning I looked and I was at 353. So, and it's from people who don't make their content public, so I don't see who's subscribing to me. There's some channels or subscribers that I can see, as well as I'm sure you can. And there's some channels out there that I can't see that subscribe. So, out of that 353, probably 100 of them or something like that I can see, but know who subscribes. JV Outdoors, good to see you. Happens to you too? Of course. Glad you made it. Yep. Got 5 people in here, looking good. Sometimes it's hard to talk to yourself, in all natural aspects of the thing, because that's pretty much what I'm doing. Even though I'm looking in the camera, I'm in this room by myself, but still I'm with you all as well. So I'm glad that I got 6 people in here now, 4 likes. Things are looking up. I might keep this live stream thing going. I still got to get some uploads going though. I got to get some choreographed videos out there. Live streaming is cool. I wish I'd be able to live stream in the woods, but I'm not. Unfortunately, I can't do that now. I mean, where I live, the wilderness surrounds me, but I can't really take my laptop to my base camp and live stream because I can't pick up the Wi-Fi there too well. For some reason, I can with my phone, but I can't with my laptop. I tried it. I even tried it. So who knows? Maybe I can strengthen my Wi-Fi somehow and get that going. But if I reach 1,000 subscribers, I can live stream from my phone. So we'll see what happens. Greg is saying, yeah, it went well, but my connection is pretty bad. Yes, thanks for jumping in on the panel. No problem, Greg. I really like being able to be there. Hopefully next Saturday we can do it again, like we talked about. And you just shared that you're live on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you. Thank you very much. I got a Twitter account, and of course I got a Facebook page with the same name, Frontier Survival. I shared it on my main Facebook page and my Frontier Survival page about being live tonight. Not knowing if there's a whole lot of people out there that'll jump on, but a lot of times, even after I finish, like last time I done a live, I was talking about how we were going to go camping, and which was a couple of weeks ago, I guess, that I actually done the live on a Sunday, and because last week is when I actually went camping, last weekend, and So I shared it to all the groups that I'm a part of that has to do with the outdoors, and got some more views on the live stream after it was uploaded or whatever, after we finished up. So it was pretty good all in all. Um, how are you doing, JV Outdoors? Glad to see you here. I really like your channel. I watch a lot of your content and appreciate you stopping by. I really do. And everybody, after 5, I'm going to definitely check out yours as soon as I jump off here and see what you're all about. I really appreciate you stopping by. But like I mentioned, my last live stream that we had a camping trip booked, and we done that last weekend. We had went tent camping in a little area near my hometown here called Cave Run Lake. It's in the Daniel Boone National Forest, and is a little campground called Twin Knobs Campground. There's a sandy beach and everything there, and even though through the course of this pandemic, there were still a lot of people out with their campers and pop-ups and tents and whatnot, and had a great old time. If anybody's likes my Facebook page or anything like that, they can see where a picture of the tent I had set up. My wife found it was like a 10 by 16 tent. It sleeps about 8 people in sleeping bags, and but it's just us two, and there's plenty of room for us, and it only cost us $20, and it was in great shape. We just stopped at the Wally World and got us a few more tent stakes, and that we needed a few more than what we had, and then off we went. And we only stayed the night, and got back the next day and tore everything down and all that. But even though it was one night, it was still great to be out there, and really enjoyed it, and to be away from everything that was going on pretty much. And if all things go well, we've already reserved Labor Day weekend, so we're going to stay 2 nights this time. And if all goes well, we'll be doing that in September. Yeah, going live is hard sometimes. It doesn't show on people's notifications till after it's over. Right. I understand that. Of course, I think there's a lot of other people going live at the same time as well that maybe be a little bit more established, and people watch it and things. Like I said, I scheduled it, and Greg gave me a tip about like maybe seeing how if it was scheduled right, and I went like on YouTube.com in incognito mode, and I was able to see on there that it showed that the video was upcoming at 6:30 Eastern time, on the 26th Sunday. So that's how I set it up. I think I'm going to do the thing that Greg's doing at Geo Bushcraft and Outdoors with StreamYard. I'm going to check that out through this week and see how that goes. And maybe I can even, do the thing where I can bring up a panel of 2 or 3 people and we can actually chat that way. It'll be a little bit more engaging, I guess, to see a couple more people on there and talk and this, that, and the other. But I mean, this is something I really enjoy. I mean, like I was telling Greg, I got some gear in the last couple of months that I haven't got to show off a whole lot. And because with my work schedule and it just being so hot here in Eastern Kentucky, which I'm sure it is most everywhere right now, it's hard to really get the motivation to get out there in the woods. I hate to say that, but it is. And especially, I don't get off till 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, during the work week, and there's still plenty of daylight left to probably get out there, and it's cooled down some. Just too tired, but I've got some new knives and a new camp axe and a new handsaw, even a new sling pack type deal that I was going to do product reviews on. Just take it out in the woods and show them off and see what they can do. And as far as maybe batoning and processing wood with, and just, you know, rate them and stuff like that. And, even show the links, the Amazon links or whatever in the description maybe. And so, I got that coming up. Hopefully I can be able to get some videos on that stuff soon, and even some bushcraft skills type stuff that I'm working on, with maybe some shelter builds and just different things like that. And more work on the base camp, videos on that. And I guess I do my best work in the fall and the winter when it comes to bushcraft skills and videos and stuff like that. Greg is saying, yeah, I didn't get notifications, and I even clicked the reminder button. See, I don't know. That's what I have to do is get my reservation in for Labor Day weekend. There you go. Yep. That reminds me, though, Greg, when you talk about you didn't get a notification. I was watching Corporal's Corner, his latest video, which was uploaded today around 3 or so. It was a video of him and his son doing the bushcraft bunk beds overnight. And towards the end of his video, he was talking about how YouTube is not sending out notifications to his content like they should. And he was telling people, the best way to see when he drops a video, because he said he always uploads on Sunday. And you can go on his Facebook page and stuff like that to see, because he'll post a link and stuff like that. So you take a channel like Corporal's Corner, who's been around for 12 years or so, and, got bukus of subscribers and views, and they're not working well with him. So there's something going on there, definitely. Oh, so is that where you won your contest, Greg, from JV Outdoors? I know you just tell me about that. It's hard to say why things are taking so long. It might have to do with this pandemic. Like I said, I work at a hardware store / lumber company, and we also sell appliances. We can't get a upright or a regular chest freezer nowhere. I mean, people are calling left and right every day for some type of freezer, because I think people that usually aren't being prepared or are trying to be more prepared and maybe killing a beef or a hog for pork or whatever, and they're going to store it in the freezer, and we can't get them. I don't think they're manufacturing them anymore, at least not right now. We get plenty of washers and dryers and refrigerators, but we can't get a deep freeze, upright or chest or whatever. And when it comes to lumber, as far as trucking it to us, what would take, a day or 2 or 3 is now taking a week or 2 or 3. And it's crazy. We run out of pressure treated lumber for people to build decks and stuff. And they kind of get deterred because we don't have it. But, it's just a little bit to do with this pandemic, I guess, and just the overall deal of it. I'm really not sure, but something's going wrong, because, only thing we could tell them is we know we'll have it when we see it roll in. That's pretty much it. What's that you're saying, Greg? Even doing small, quick video skills? Yeah, I mean, you can do small videos. You don't have to be huge. I mean, I know what you're saying there. JB says, I keep telling people to learn to jar. Oh, can? Is that what you're saying? That's what we call it here in Kentucky is canning. I think is what you're saying. Maybe do a video showing how to do it the old-fashioned way. Right. I do know a little bit about that. We actually raise our own garden here where I live, and it's a small garden. We don't have a big, huge one. A lot of people around here have pretty good sized gardens. So we got some tomatoes and some cabbage and some cucumbers and some beans, green beans, and some corn. But things are looking up for it. With our little garden, we probably won't do a lot of canning with it because we'll probably consume most of it as it produces. But canning or jarring, I guess, is what you're trying to say. If I ain't mistaken, that's a good aspect to know. My grandmother, she done it all her life. She's long gone now, and she's taught me a lot of things. And it's funny to say, but I tell people that I learned most on how to be a man by my grandmother. Uh, she taught me how to fish. She took me out squirrel hunting when I was a kid, and this is my grandmother now, which I called her Mama, and she was a great woman. I mean, she never stood still. I mean, she was always up cleaning or something. She might sit down in the evening to watch the news, and then that was bedtime, and that was it. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean there. South Dakota, I didn't realize that. Yeah, that's a good area to live, I'm sure. I mean, I've never been there, but I heard a lot about it. So you jar or can to get through the winter. Yep. Well, I mean, it's what it is, a jar or a can, either way. I don't know why in East Kentucky they call it cannon, but because it mostly is a jar. It's a glass jar. But it's just what it's called. I guess different dialects with different people. But that's good to know. Boy, I bet South Dakota's a great place to live. I've never been there. I mean, I'm pretty partial to East Kentucky, but it sounds like a great place to be. Just like the meat prices, it's lack of workers cause of this COVID, right? Yeah, I'm sure you're right there. Chuck Young is in the house. How you doing, Chuck? Well, I mean, as long as you got someone of the female persuasion that knows how, I guess that's all right. I mean, I'm not saying I'm an expert at it, no means, but I do know some aspects of it, and I know it exists, and it's a great way to preserve food, and there's a lot of people, not only with the jarring or the canning, but there's a lot of people getting shipments of freeze dried stuff now, or even getting their own equipment to freeze dry. So that's another thing to think about. It's great till it's 50 below, right? Good to hear it, Chuck. Glad you're doing fine. So, Greg, is that what you call it in Pennsylvania? You call it canning, or jarring? What do you call it there? Yeah, you're right there. Pressure cookers work good. Chuck Young, or are you somebody? I'm not sure if I recognize. I think I recognize that name. Are we friends on Facebook? I believe, or is this our first time meeting? I'm not sure. The name sure looks familiar. But yeah, like I said, people, are. A lady I work with, she was, just now getting some shipments of big buckets of freeze dried stuff and things like that to store away and things. And it's funny that people who done this type of preparation for ages, are laughing at these other people who just starting to do it. Really. Okay. You're on my YouTube. All right. I'm sure I've seen. That's probably where I've recognized the name from. I'm glad you stopped by, though. I really am. Well, I just got a notification that my good friend Avery from Bushcraft Twins, they just dropped a new video. Greg knows Avery pretty well. His channel is Bushcraft Twins. Yep, you follow Corporal Corner. Did you get a notification about his video today? Because that's what he was talking about. We're talking about that a little bit. People not getting notifications on when they got the bell rung and everything else. But yeah, I think that as the weeks go, and hopefully this coming week, I'll get some motivation here as I continue to heal up to get out there and do a little short video maybe of some of the gear I've got. I bought me a new Mora knife. It's one of the knives I got. It's a heavy duty, and I'm gonna try it out with some batoning and stuff. And I made a joke with Greg, which I know Mora knives are great knives, but I made a joke with Greg that I was going to try it out before I done any filming, just so maybe something might not happen to it while I'm actually filming, and then then I ain't got nothing to work with. And I have to pull out the old hickory again or something. Which the old hickory does good. If anybody's seen that video, that's probably what my best video with the most views at this present date is my old hickory gear review video. Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors. Hey everybody, hey buddy, how you doing? That's a new guy I subscribed to a while back. I think I met him on Facebook, and he's got a great channel. If nobody's checked out Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors, check him out. I watched a few of his videos, and he's very entertaining. So you call it canning too, Greg? Okay. Wasn't sure. I mean, like I said, I think I heard that jarring term before. People call it jarring or learning to jar or can or canning. And, it's just different terms for different areas of our world, most definitely. I guess everybody can hear me all right. I probably should have said that at the beginning of the video, but looking at all the engagement we got now, I believe everybody's hearing me pretty good. Jerry, are you doing all right? Yeah, you're right there. Old hickory are awesome knives. They sure are. I got the butcher knife. That was one of the first knives I even purchased. I had a few knives before I ever started doing YouTube videos, but that was before I knew what a good knife was. I started seeing a lot of other videos on YouTube about old hickory and this, that, and the other. And I said, you know what, I'm going on Amazon and purchase me an old hickory butcher knife. And if you watch the video, of course the knife doesn't come with a sheath, but I had no sheath that would fit the knife. And so there you go. And all is well. But it is one of my go-to knives. Like I said, I'm going to try to do a gear review on that Mora knife, heavy duty, that I bought. Hopefully, if all things go well, that'll be my next upload, besides live streaming here on YouTube. I'll get out in the woods and do a little wood processing and, baton with it and see how that thing performs. I know Dave Canterbury likes them pretty good. But she likes old hickory too. He's got a video out there on his page, speaking of the old hickory. But we'll see what happens and how it goes. My buddy Zach is in the house. How you doing, Half Pace Outdoors? Good to see you. Oh, you came in long? Well, I was sitting there rambling on, and I seen where you came in and said hello. Zach, how you doing? Well, I'm glad you can hear me loud and clear. Hopefully I'm not too loud. You doing all right, Zach? Thanks, Greg, for modding for me there. Appreciate that. Anybody else out there would want to be a mod, just let me know. I mean, I don't know if it matters to anybody, but on my first live stream, Greg kind of gave me some advice and said I should make someone a mod. And I said, since you spoke up, I'll make you a mod. And he said, okay, I'll do it. I'm glad to see you there, Zach. How's things been going for you today? You just got back from swimming? Oh, okay. Well, how was your swim? I'm sure the water is warm. Chuck Young, you carry a Gerber Prodigy? I've never seen that, but I'll have to check that one out. I know Gerber's got good knives. I got a Gerber machete. I've never showed it off on a video, so I might have to do that one day. So you had a good time, huh, Zach? That's good to hear. Getting ready to pack a bag for a waterfall hike tomorrow night. Well, that sounds awesome. Is that going to be one of the hikes that you might do some filming for a video, or is that just going to be at your leisure just to enjoy nature? Because I know I've seen some of your posts on Facebook and different things about sometimes you just like to go out without the camera. Oh man, that sucks. Sitting here without a truck. So you can't make videos unless you strap your kayak to your car. Well, yeah. What happened with your truck, JV? You've been there and done that, huh, Jerry? I see. Hey, thanks for posting the links there, Greg. Appreciate that. Okay, so you are going to film. Well, I really enjoy your stuff, so I'll be watching for it. Chuck says he keeps his more. I keep my more in my get home bag, so I always have a good knife. Yeah, I mean, a good knife. It's always good to have in the get home bag, a bug out bag, or whatever it may be. Um, if you're going on a hike or whatever, a lot of times my EDC, even at work, is a which I'd done a video on it a while back. That was the first one of the other new types of gear I got was a mossy oak multi tool, and it's people might have seen the video, but it's out there. One of my latest videos done a couple months ago. It's a nice, robust multi tool with a lot of great tools in it. And the thing is you don't even have to unfold it to get to any of the tools. The only thing you unfold it for is to get to the pliers and the wire cutters and whatnot. All the rest of the tools are right there. The saw, the both blades. There's a awl. There's a can opener and a bottle opener, and even a regular hex driver bit holder. For using as a screwdriver. So it's a great multi tool. So I always carry that and my little mini Maglite flashlight in a night eyes pouch on my belt when I go to work. And then I keep a small folder in my pocket, but that's my everyday carry. Guys, hold on a second. Got the phone ringing and it's live, so what else can I do but answer it? I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Hello? Yeah. All right, guys, I'm back. Has anybody ever had that happen in a live stream before? Oh, and that was the mother-in-law calling for my wife, of course. So I had to answer it. I knew. Let's see what has happened while I was gone. Probably not a whole lot. Let's see. See if I can catch up. Yeah, Zach, I'm glad you hit 500 or even more than 500 now, which is great. I'm glad that I hope to one day get there, which I'm sure I will one day. I'm not really caring too much about getting to that 1,000 mark, other than just it being a great accomplishment. As far as being monetized, you know, it's no big deal. I mean, it'd be great, I guess, to make a little money while you're doing this, but then again, I don't know. It don't really matter. I just kind of enjoy doing it. I'm sure as most all you all do. Ones that monetized and aren't monetized. I don't know what your thoughts process on that is, but anybody out there that's in the chat right now that is monetized, if there is any, what is your thought process? Does it matter to you, or do you care, or do you just enjoy doing videos, or what? Okay, everyone's Zach said, yeah, every now and then I have the camera behind. Yep. See, that's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying there, Zach, about mental health, and sometimes you do have to leave the camera behind, and that's kind of what I did on my camping trip. A couple weekends ago, I took my phone just in case I might want to film something, but my wife did film a little snippet of me starting a fire with a ferro rod, which really wasn't no big deal, but to her, it's just amazing. um, I mean, I told her, I said, let me get a flint and steel out, or better yet, let's do the bow drill. But I mean, she just likes that ferro rod. But I didn't really film a whole lot. I was going to maybe film me setting up the tent and maybe time lapse it some and this, that, and the other. But I didn't even bother with it. But maybe this next go around, come September, if everything goes okay and the Lord's willing, and we do make the trip, which we hope to, and we already got it reserved. We might do some filming. There's a little trail there that we're going to try to hike this time around, and maybe film that or something. We'll see what happens. Um, your switch went out for your four-wheel drive, and you can't drive it without the differential locking up. I see what you're saying. Yeah, thanks again, Greg. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with locking full knives. Well, I guess you're saying full tang. You chase chickens during live. Well, you know what? I got some chickens here too, so maybe one day that might happen to me. Um, I was going to do this live on the outside, but it's just hot. Couldn't do it. Use your Moore knife for skinning. It's a great skinner, and use great for fine cuts. I'd say a Moore knife would work good for a skinner. Um, I would agree with that. I mean, I'm sure there's some other great skinning knives out there. Zach mentioned one up there. Uh, how do you pronounce that? Wybe or something like that, maybe? Been doing it for 3 years without making any money, but I keep just doing it for the love of it. Right. Right. I know I've watched Weeby. Okay, Weeby. I see. Yeah, I'll check them out too. Thanks for the tip there, Zach. Um, I guess I didn't get to go to Twitch and check out Huntsman's live stream today. I was kind of doing some other chores today before I jumped on here to do a live, but I'm sure you went over there, didn't you? Or have you been over on his live today on Twitch, Zach? I like Huntsman pretty good. You know, he's gave me some good advice as far as being true to myself. I'm sure he's done to you, and you know, I don't know. I mean, I think some of my first videos I was just trying to be some type of show host or something like that, not really, just be a guy out there doing outdoor videos. And I think I changed it up a little bit. He's giving me shout outs and stuff like that. So I really appreciate the Huntsman. I mean, he's a substantial channel, and he seems to, like to give back, even though a lot of people, he says a lot of people don't like him. I don't know, but I think he's got a pretty decent following himself. Well, that's great to hear. I'm really looking forward to seeing that mushroom hut going. I mean, I like his little cottage and everything. It's real nice. I mean, as far as with the clay and all that, and, actual fireplace inside, a primitive wilderness shelter. I was going to say bushcraft, but I know he don't like that term too much. But if you think about it, we're not really in the bush. Woodscraft, I guess, is a more proper term. But we're all trying to do our best with what we do. I thought somebody was trying to come in there. I don't know what happened. Yeah, if you can, Greg, go if you got a Twitch account, go over there and hunt him up and watch. He's got other videos on there, I think, of him doing his. He does a little interactive game. Where everybody tells him pretty much what to do, what tools to use. Maybe do a little land nav and land navigation, and they'll tell him which direction to go, this, that, and the other. Right. Yeah, you're exactly right there, Zach. He's just real. I mean, his persona is somewhat of an ass, but I mean, who knows? I'm sure he's a great guy. I know you've met him personally, and I've watched the video of your all's collab, and you all interacted well, and that's great. I enjoy your stuff, and I enjoy his stuff. I've watched JV stuff. I've watched Greg's stuff. I enjoy all your all's channels. Not sure if Chuck Young has content, but I'll have to check that out, and I'll have to check out After 5. And I know I've watched some of Jerry's there. If he's still in here, I'm not sure. I've got 7 people in here right now. But, yeah, I'm going to have to check all this out. But I'm going to have to check out After 5 for sure. After 5, really appreciate you stopping by. Hey, man, I'm not one on critiquing too much content, but I will, check your channel out and probably give you a sub just because you stopped by here to support me. If you go to watch my content, you want to support me, that's fine too. I appreciate it. That's right, Zach. That's what I call myself. I'm in East Kentucky, probably not too far from you. I'm not really sure, but I know you're in Ohio. Is that right? But I mean, we are, I guess, by all rights, all is the Eastern Woodlands. So, yeah, we are Woodsmen. All right, Chuck, you too. Good to see you, man. Go take care of the baby, man. JV Outdoors don't like who? Don't like him. The only time I've talked to him, he pretty much bashed my channel, and I've never talked to him since. Are you talking about the Huntsman? Well, I mean, more than likely, just giving his honest opinion. I don't know. I mean, he said things to me about my channel too that, I guess would hurt most people, but I just kind of took it as constructive criticism, and I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, though, so I don't want to say anything. But anyway, that's just me. But I mean, it didn't bother me too much. I just tried to strive to get better. JB Outdoor said later, guys. Well, I hope I didn't make you mad or anything. That's who he was talking about, and he's mad because I was speaking of him. But JB Outdoors, I'm glad you stopped by. I really am. I do enjoy your content. Right. 3-hour drive for you. Yeah. I mean, I used to live in an area that was close to the Ohio border. I lived close to the Ohio River there in Ashland, Kentucky. Ashland, Kentucky, and then there was Ironton, Ohio, and then Huntington, West Virginia, a little tri-state area there. But the place I'm from is called West Liberty, Kentucky, which is a small town. It's more of the eastern part of the state. Survival LT, you're in Ohio too. Chuck doesn't have a channel yet, just getting started. Need to catch up with the times. Hey, it's all right. You can always start your channel whenever you feel like it. Yeah, you're right. He's blunt. I guess that's who the gentleman was talking about, JV. I don't know. But, bluntness is good sometimes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just sort of like him without most of the cussing. I mean, I don't do that a whole lot, but I mean, to each their own, right? Yeah, send me a message here, buddy. If you're talking to me, Zach, or maybe Survival LT. Yeah, okay. You're talking Survival LT. You don't want to come all the way to Kentucky, do you? No, it's no big deal. One of these days, me and Greg talked about it, about doing a meeting up somehow, and which he's in Pennsylvania and I'm in Kentucky, and it's not too far. I mean, I'd have to, I guess, go through West Virginia and get to him somehow, or vice versa, and we'd do a collab together. I think he's got a good area in his neck of the woods, just close to his home, that he could do like an overnight maybe stay or something. And I got the same. I got a base camp right here, just straight up the hill here from where I'm at. I mean, you got a little hike straight up the hill, but a lot of times I go that way just because it's a quicker way. But sometimes if I'm not feeling it, like going straight up the hill, I can travel up the roadways and come back around, and it's more flat to it, more of a level playing field. Yeah, it'd be cool to see Half Pace Outdoors and Survival LT doing a collab together. I like from Greg and I do a collab together. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we can do a collab Half Pace. I mean, one day. Half Pace Outdoors meets Frontier Survival. I thought about one time, and I was talking to Greg about this last night, about changing my name to maybe just Frontier Outdoors or something like that, because I'm not just about wilderness survival or this, that, and the other. But I think with that name, it kind of hits home with everything because I like what I want to do is eventually is do videos on just primitive living and homesteading and maybe off grid living and uh, just doing videos on survival, wilderness survival, woodscraft, um, and just overall being a woodsman, just living primitively, or you know being off grid and living in an established dwelling, but doing more of the homestead type living as far as having livestock and raising your own garden and stuff like that. But I think I'll probably just keep it frontier survival because that's what everybody knows, right? Ah. Well, we've almost been going on for an hour. Had to probably at the most 8 people in here. Looks like about 4 people now. Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. It wouldn't be bad to do a collab with all 3 of us. Yeah, one day, maybe one day. I mean, I don't know when I could do it right now, but one day, maybe when we all hit 1,000, or at least when the first one hits 1,000, then we'll meet up and do a collab together. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Um, but yeah, like I said, I don't think I'll change my name. I mean, Frontier Outdoors, I guess, has a ring to it as well. I kind of the reason why I call myself, Frontier uh, uh, Survival is just because in the area where I live here in Kentucky is just mostly all of Kentucky was explored by one of the great frontiersmen, Mr. Daniel Boone, and since I'm from Kentucky, that just popped in my head one day, and I said, I was on here watching all kinds of crazy stuff, um, different channels that I don't watch anymore. But it got me intrigued in doing videos on this because I already like the outdoors and being an outdoorsman and being a woodsman and the aspect of camping primitively and just kind of like being a more of the 1800s style camper or frontiersman. You're walking along the trail and then you might have to stop just to set up camp, and build you a fire and then of course I watched all the TV shows on television when it come to like dual survival and like say mountain men and maybe even Alaska bush people. I know most of these are all elaborate fake stuff, but they made it look good. I mean, the shows were entertaining, or at least they were to me. I don't know. Everybody has different opinions on that stuff, but then I started watching different channels on YouTube. But I didn't get introduced to most of you all, like Greg and Zach, until I started my own channel and got my own content out there. And then I, got to know the real woodsman, the real outdoorsman. Uh, and I'm talking about some channels that the huntsman don't like. I won't mention any names because there's no reason to. He does it enough. But I no longer watch them guys. In my first video, I even talk about some of them, but I see no reason why I should take that video down because it's got views, right? But my very first video, I talk about some of the channels that influenced me to start my channel. And in a way they did, but then when I look back on it, these other channels, some of you other guys influenced me more. And I really appreciate all of y'all stopping by here, and I'm glad you did. And if there's anything else we need to talk about, feel free to keep on chatting, and we'll keep this going for as long as we can. We're right now at an hour, so we're doing pretty good. Zach, he had to go to chase the chickens again, get them away for tonight. Talk to you later, Zach. Hey, glad you stopped by. You have a good evening too. I'm sure Survival LT appreciates that, Greg. I think I've been subscribed to him for a little while, and I think he was probably one of the first subscribers that I was able to see that subscribed to me. Back when I only had like 25 or something like that. And by no means do I have a lot now at 353, but it's a lot more than I started with. And just think this time last year I only had about 22 or 23, something around there. So Greg, I do appreciate you doing the moderating for me. And I appreciate you, Survival LT, for stopping by, and everybody else. I'd say I go ahead and cut this short. We probably run about anything to talk about. Like I said, hopefully this coming week I can get out there and get an upload going, get a new upload, a choreographed video, maybe a gear review of some sort, or some type of woodsman skill, and just get out in the outdoors and enjoy it and film something. Yeah, I'll do that, Greg. I sure will. I'll send you my address. Just give me a minute here. But where was I? Yeah, like I said, we'll get a video out soon, and we'll try to continue doing these lives at least, every Sunday. We might have to pick a new day. Who knows? But, I'll try this StreamYard out and see how that works. Greg seems to be liking it over there with StreamYard, and it worked pretty good for him last night. And I think if all goes well, I might join his panel again this coming Saturday, if everything's all right. But for now, we're going to go. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Looks like we still got 3 people in here watching or whatnot. Thank you very much, Survival LT. Thank you very much, Greg. Half Paced Outdoors, thank you. Thank you, JV Outdoors, and all the rest of you. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Heath Ward. This is Frontier Survival Live. Remember, you got to have drive to survive.